Well, hello champions, and welcome back to It's Dawnywawny Time. It's cooking time in Dawnywawny's kitchen today. So if you're interested in seeing what we're cooking up today, champions, so today we are cooking up a beef roast. I just had a taste for beef roast and gravy and rice today. So that's what we're cooking up. This is a very simple recipe. I'm going to be putting the beef roast in the crock pot. That's just one of the ways that I cook it. Sometimes I roast it in the oven. Sometimes I sear it on top of the stove and put it in the oven. Sometimes I put it in the crock pot. But because I have other things that I need to get done today, I just want to put it in the crock pot, turn it on, and let it go. So it's very simple. There's few ingredients. As you can see, I have my beef roast already in here, washed, cleaned, and seasoned already. You would use any seasoning that you normally would use, that you would like to use to season your beef roast. Now, one thing I will say is whether you buy a chuck roast, whether you buy a beef roast, or whatever cut of meat you buy, you do need to tenderize it just a little bit, just so that that gets those flavors rocking and rolling in there, so to speak. So I'm going to just take a big fork like this, and I'm just going to stick it in here. And just in doing this, you're not only putting some seasoning in to the inside of the meat, but you are also tenderizing it just a little bit. Okay? It doesn't take a whole lot. You can just tenderize it. Now, oftentimes what I do once I have had my meat, oftentimes what I'll do is I will take and put my beef roast in a hot skillet and sear it on both sides just to lock in the juices. Then I'll take it out and I'll season it from there. But I didn't feel like all of that today, so I just want to, like I said, I want to put it in and go. So I've already, like I said, seasoned. The seasons that I used today, I used French's Worcestershire sauce. And that's the liquid that you see in there. And then I used black pepper, coarse black pepper. And then I used and the black pepper is by Kirkland's brand black pepper. I buy this from Costco. And then I also use the Kirkland brand organic no salt seasoning. This seasoning has all different kinds of seasoning in it except for salt. And I hope that's focusing. Okay? And then I also use a little bit of this Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning. It does have some sodium, some salt in it, but this is some very good seasoning if you like Cajun seasoning. I also picked this up from Costco, and it just gives it a little kick. Okay? Then I'm also going to be using butter. And then I also used the Lipton's Beefy Onion Soup Mix. Okay? So those are the ingredients that we're using. I've already seasoned my meat already. So, oh, and also flour. I'm sorry. Flour, yes, can't forget about the flour. So those are the ingredients I've used. I've already seasoned my meat, so we can put that to the side. I am now going to take my meat and put it and drench it in flour. The reason why I do that is because I wanted to create a gravy. And flour and water, as y'all know, creates a gravy. So I'm going to drench it on both sides. So we're going to take this out. And we're going to set it in the flour, and we're just going to turn it and coat it all over with the flour. Because like I said, I want this beef roast to have gravy as it cooks, to make gravy. So this is a good way to get it started. And you really don't have to have a whole lot of gravy. You just want to make sure that the entire roast is covered. I mean, you don't have to have a whole lot of flour, I'm sorry. You just want to make sure that the entire roast is covered. Okay? And so it looks like that has occurred. And now we're just going to put it inside of the crock pot. I have my crock pot over here. And what I typically do, champions, and I'm going to have to get the camera. Okay, and what I typically do, champions, is I generally put some water in there just to get it going. But that's what it's going to look like in there. And I know it doesn't look pretty, but at the end of it all, I'm going to have a beautiful beef roast with gravy. All in one pot. Okay, champions, so now that we've coated our beef roast and in the flour, and we've already put it in the crock pot, I always turn my crock pot on just so that it can start warming up and stuff in there. So now we're going to go into the next step, where I'm going to be using my Lipton's recipe beefy onion soup mix. Okay, I use the beefy onion because number one, it's adding water. Number two, it's got the onion seasoning in it, and I'm going to mix it into the seasoning that I already have, which is going to create even more seasoning for my gravy and my beef roast. So, we're going to go ahead. I have one packet that I'm using. Now, it says to use, I think it's 2 cups of water for the soup. I'm just doing the simple soup recipe. Oh, it's 4 cups of water. So, I'm going to go ahead and fill up. I should have had this already done, but I didn't, so we're not going to worry about it. No, we're not. Okay, so now here is my beefy soup mix in the 4 cups of water. I'm going to stir this up really well because I want it mixed up. And I'm going to pour it into the seasoning that I had left over from the beef roast, which I said is going to give it a little bit of extra zing and flavor, because I love flavor. Not necessarily salt, but I love flavor. I like flavorful food. So we've got that all mixed up. And now we're going to pour that over our beef roast. So as y'all know, you must have your meat, pretty much you should have it submerged while it's cooking. So we're just going to pour this solution all over. Okay? So now that's what it's going to look like. Okay, champions, so at this point, if you wanted to be done and put your top on it, you could. But you know me. I like color. I like to do a little more. So I'm just going to add some of my red, yellow, and orange bell peppers. Just for a little color when I serve it up. And I thought I had some green bell peppers, but I must have just used it all up. So we're just going to use the red, yellow, and orange bell peppers. And then I'm also going to add in some butter. And I'm just going to put in probably 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of butter. Because this is going to also help to give the gravy flavor. It's also going to help thicken that gravy up a little bit. Well, let's do one more. Okay? And that's it. Now we can set it. Well, it's already set. But now we can just turn that baby on. Well, it's already turned on too. Don, what the heck are you talking about? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I have my timer set. I have the crock pot set on high. And I have it set, it is at 10.5 hours. So, once this is all done, I will come back and I will let y'all check it out and see what it looks like. But in the meantime, in between time, champions, hang in there. Take care of your business, and I will see you in a few. Well, we're back, champions. This is just a follow-up to show you what is going on in the crock pot. Yes, in the crock pot, baby. We are 4 hours in, and this is what it is looking like. The beef roast that I put in, that I am slow cooking in the crock pot. As you can see, it's coming to a good boil. It's already starting to get tender, but I want to cook it a little longer
because beef roast can be tough. But yeah, you can see my juices here. It's like an au jus. I think I'm saying that right. Juice. Got all of my seasonings going on. So yeah, I'm going to let it cook a little while longer. I'm going to turn it down though because it's still on high. I've had it on high for 4 hours because I wanted it to get good and hot. But as you can see, it's almost there. So yeah, just wanted to bring you guys back and give you an idea of what's going on and what it's looking like. I'm probably going to throw some potatoes off in here just so that there's some in there for leftovers tomorrow. But today we're going to eat it with rice. So, I just wanted to come in and show you what it's looking like at the 4-hour point. We are going to turn it down. Uh-oh. We're turning it down there. We turned it down to low. And we're going to cover it back up. So, the next time I come back, I will be showing you the finished product. Stay tuned, champions. Oh, yeah. Alrighty, champions. Here we go. This is my dinner for today. I have the beef roast in the gravy over brown rice and green beans. Delicious. If y'all could just smell the aroma. Oh, it's awesome. So, like I said, it's a very simple, easy meal. Something you can put in the crock pot, go to work, come home, make your rice and your green beans or whatever your sides are, and you have your dinner already prepared. So, thank you so much for tuning in today to It's Cooking Time with Dawnywawny. I hope that you enjoyed this little video. To all of my new champions, thank you so much for coming over and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate your support. To my ride or die, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you just happened up on my channel, why don't you just go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also hit the little bell next to it so that you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. New videos are every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday. So, thank you so much. You all have a most blessed day, and I will see you in the next video. Smooches!